Hello, Sister Goons! My name is Alex, and welcome back to Pokemon Shining Pearl. In the last video, we managed to get to Floroma Town, and also encounter Team Galactic, who now we are going to be facing off against the first Galactic Executive. This is Mars. And yes, the whole theme is that the Galactic Commanders are named after planets. You got Mars. Later on, we'll meet Jupiter. Then we'll have Saturn. You know, it's so thematical. Anyway, so Mars, well, she can be kind of annoying because of her second Pokemon. So first she'll have her Zubat, as you can see, and it's pretty tough compared to the other ones, because it can actually tank a wing attack from Falcon here, as you'll see in a second. Or maybe... Yep, she does. And, of course, Supersonic. Basically what that does is that it confuses the Pokemon. And confusion is a very annoying stat, because in just about every game that I've played, it seems to hit me the most. Because there's a chance that your Pokemon will hit itself instead of the opponent, which, very annoying. And speaking of annoying, we have Purugly, which is the evolved form of Glameow, as you've seen from other executives so far. So, this thing is pretty bulky. It also has Fake Out, which will cause you to flinch. And that is pretty damn annoying, especially when you're trying to, what's what I'm looking for? Trying to get a hit in, you know? But that's not all. Glameow also has an item, which is a berry. Basically, let me explain, let me explain, held items real quick. Basically, these are items that help increase stats, attack power, or heal, right? Now, berries in particular, there are many different kinds of berries, and the berries are, well, so there's like two different kinds of health berries. There's the Oran berry, which heals like 10 points of health, and then there's the citrus berry, which is what a lot of trainers in the later half of the game are going to use. Now there is a way to get rid of those berries. You'll need to either use a move called Thief, which we will get later on, or a move called Pluck, which is a decent flying type move, all things considered. But anyway, Mars is not the most difficult, but she can be kind of annoying. Especially if your starter has not evolved yet, like Tor, and you're mainly relying on a hard-hitting flying Pokemon like Falcon in my case. And also, sorry. So, during this particular video, you're going to be seeing a lot of cutting in and out. Mainly because that's because of visits to the Pokemon Center, and also training. Oops, sorry. More specifically, training up Meridia. Sorry about that. I was trying to get my phone. Anyway. So, and also a lot of these are pretty much a Pokemon that we've seen before, but the main reason that I'm leaving this one in is because of what'll happen to Tor in a second. Just let me see if I can multitask real quick. But one thing I don't really like is that a Weasel doesn't learn it doesn't even learn Water Gun until level 15. which is kind of annoying, you know? Anyway, so Sandstorm, that's well, it depends on what kind of thing you're looking for, you know? I will try to explain that in a second. So, okay, so now that Tor has reached level 18, he is evolving. Like, and evolution is nothing new. We've seen this before, but this is the point where the starter evolves. Although, even though Tor evolved now, he's not gonna be all that great in the next gym. Speaking of the next gym, you're gonna see a lot of bullcrap there. But, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here. So, okay. Oh, Sandstorm, that's what I remember, sorry. So, basically, Sandstorm, it's a weather move. And you can have certain teams revolving around weather. Which, if you're a competitive player, I don't really know if that's a good thing. So, do not quote me on that, okay? But, it is still a fairly decent thing to have. But, yeah. Basically what Sandstorm does is that it causes chip damage to any Pokemon that is not rock, ground, or steel. So, let's say that you're a pure grass, then, well, you're out of luck. Sometimes it can work to your benefit, but other times, not so much. I do like that Sandstorm chips away at a Pokemon, which is very nice, but honestly, unless it's in Soul Silver, I never really use it because 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be the main thing for a Pokemon that I cannot play the game without. So, you know, like maybe a challenge run, but I am nowhere near skilled enough to do that. So, yeah. I mean, well, actually, speaking of challenge runs, if you're wondering if I'll ever do a Nuzlocke, no, I wouldn't even make it halfway through the game to freaking do a Nuzlocke. I would not be able to do that. Okay? Because I won't play the game. I don't want to be punished for having bad... Ugh, I can't talk right now. Anyway, so before I moved on into the major forest area, because every Pokemon game has a major forest area, freaking... Oh. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought for a minute. There is a reason why I left this particular fight in here, and that is because of a certain move that I will be hit with. So, no, wait. Oh, there it is. Poison Point. That is one of the biggest challenges you'll have when you face Badoo. Especially if you have if you hit it with a physical attack. So, basically how the stats work. poison chips away at your Pokemon's health. And in previous generations, it was a lot more painful. For frick's sake, phone. God damn it. Sorry about that. Anyway, here we have Ponyta, and it's a shit fire type. And the bad thing is that if you're not doing a version exclusive thing, then this is your only other option for a fire Pokemon in the earlier generations. Well, specifically Gen 4 Diamond and Pearl, because fire options are pretty thin. The only decent one you have, or actually the best one that you would have, is actually the starter. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why this region is not exactly a friendly one. At least not for fire Pokemon, because there's barely any of them here. So after that after that trainer match, I went to a Pokemon Center, skipped over that a gym, well, the female fighter trainer, and now we're with Cheryl. She is one of 2 traveling companions that you'll find in the main game. Basically, you need to help her get out of the Eterna Forest, which is the rest of the part, actually. Because we don't have the cut HM yet, and I believe a lot of these battles are mandatory. But the good news is, there are some new Pokemon that we can encounter here. But and also, she will heal up your Pokemon after every match. So take advantage of that while you can. You know, it helps save you on healing items and whatnot. So anyway, so the bug catchers Pokemon go down pretty easily, but instead of sending in the next evolution, Chansey, sorry about that. Chansey has to go first before anything. Sends in Beautifly, which is the Gen 3 butterfly Pokemon. I believe it's based on the Monarch butterfly. I believe it is, but I don't really know. Anyway, it's not that great of a Pokemon. You've seen me take it out pretty easily. But, good news, they do give some pretty good experience. So, yeah, there you go. And we will come across another trainer that has a Dustox, so yeah. And yeah, so Cheryl is not the best when it comes to a battle partner, because her moves barely do anything. At least in Shining Pearl, because you know they since this is Gen 8 and a post Fairy type introduction, you gotta add more to the Fairy typing, right? So they decided, instead of giving her a decent move in Egg Bomb, let's just do a pathetic tag team targeting move, which is what Disarming Voice is. Damn it. Okay, no. Right, hold up. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, that phone went off twice. I had to freaking silent it. At least we're halfway done with this recording session, but oh well. And the one problem I do have is that these fights do tend to drag out. Although that could be because of me, because I'm not prioritizing things correctly, but it is what it is, you know? But But okay, as I was saying earlier, so just about every Pokemon game has a major forest area. You know, the Viridian Forest in the Kanto games, the Elix Forest in Johto, that one forest that connects to the first city in... Oh, no. That one gym that connects... Sorry. In Hoenn. That one gym that connects... Not gym, damn it. That one forest that connects the very first city you... The first city with a gym and the city where you have to fight Roxanne. I forget what it's called, but yeah, you know. So you saw Meridia be taken down by Abra. That was because I thought Meridia was faster, but turns out I was wrong. And Abra can evolve into one of the most disgustingly overpowered Pokemon in the early days of the franchise. I'm not kidding. Back in Generation 1, Psychic types were busted. Like barely any weaknesses, and one of the types that were supposed to take them out didn't even do that. It was because of a glitch, I believe. But, oh yeah, there's also some random encounters in here that I forgot to edit out, but it probably wouldn't even have made 20 minutes, so. Plus, I kind of wanted revenge. From Meridia anyway, so. I mean, assuming that she doesn't get killed. But, yeah, Weasel as it stands right now is not looking fantastic in terms of a water type. But the good news is it can at least try to defend itself, unlike Gyarados, where you would need to constantly trade in, trade out as a Magikarp. But yeah, it is kind of annoying, and the main reason I am not using frickin' water gun is because of type advantage. You know, because water is not very effective against grass. Grass is super effective against water. You know, it's a rock paper scissors dynamic. But I did thankfully knock down Badoo, so yeah. Now all I gotta do is just take care of Wurmple, and things will be hunky-dory. And even if I'm poisoned, well, hey, healed up. And also, in a double battle, it doesn't matter if you pick one side or the other. You will always go for the active Pokemon that is there. If the other one is not there or not. It probably screwed that up. Anyway, so here we'll have the trainer that has a Dustox, and after that, we will go on up and exit the city. Or not city, forest, damn it. But good news is that I can just switch on out into Falcon, and these guys will be no problem. Because again, bugs. As long as you got a flying or fire type, you are aces. Well, maybe if you're not, well, maybe not if you're, let's say, freaking Monferno, or if they decide to use that bullshit. Yeah, freaking. I don't like Protect. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't like going against it because it wastes a turn, a move, and all that. But thankfully, yeah, that crap can happen. Sometimes they can pull it off twice in a row, but usually it's just one. It's just a one time and it failed. But you know, like moves like that are annoying. And here we have Dustox, which is the counterpart to Beautifly. And I'm not that big a fan of it, honestly. I think Beautifly has a more appealing design, but I could be wrong in stats. Like, Beautifly is not as great stat-wise. I believe that's the case. I could be completely wrong. But anyway, as for why that guy didn't use Protect, I think it's because it was anticipating me going into it, but I don't know. I'm not dealing with it until I take care of one trainer. So just my mentality. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that Pokemon is called a Burmy, and it has 3 different forms depending on where you catch it in the games. There's a leafy coat, which we see now, and then there's the trash coat, which is pink for some reason, and there's a sand coat, which is like a brown, tan, orange, which makes sense. Now, Burmy can evolve. Oh, sorry. This is a Cricketune, and it's also a bug that gives out a decent amount of XP as well. But again, flying type, one-shot it. well, I say decent, didn't give out that much at all, but anyway, back to what I was saying about Burmy. No, wait, actually, I may have to save that for the next video, because we're actually coming up on time here. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and above all, please subscribe to the channel so that way you'll get more videos like this. And the next milestone that I am planning to celebrate is 500 subscribers. So, yeah, I would very much appreciate getting to that. So, anyway, until next time, Social Goons, remember, reach for the stars.